in the Sylmar area, and there's still some concern in Sherman Oaks, though. A couple of very big business district fires broke out, and those have caused a lot of problems for people in that area. Once again, it is lucky, as Frank mentioned, that this was not at a very busy time of day. It was a holiday before a lot of people had hit the roads and the downtown areas.
Okay, just to recap, 4:30, a 6.6 quake. At this point, there are 3 deaths and numerous injuries and a lot of damage. Right now, we want to go back to KTLA News that is covering the earthquake live. Here's their report.
So in spite of the looks of things there with the shattered glass and kind of a makeshift setup, everything's going well there. They're operating as normal?
Right, yes.
And I guess they probably don't want us to hang around the control tower a very long time, huh?
No, we'll be
Are they going to wave you away?
For those of you that are waiting for word on what's going on at LAX, we understand that the south side of the airport, would you repeat that again, Caroline? Which side is closed? The south side is closed. They have reopened the north side, so basically they have the runways that are available on the north side available to take off and land. Regardless of what information I just gave you, plan on delays.
Yeah,
plan on it being very slow. Plan on being...
The center of it has just buckled. The whole thing has come through. Some of the students who were around here told me that last year this parking structure had some problems because they were told that the whole structure was what they believed to be sinking at the time, and they couldn't park here at that time. And now that this earthquake has struck, this is one of the structures here on this campus that we have noticed has been most heavily damaged. We have some of the students who were in the area at the time here to talk to. If you guys gentlemen want to come over here. One of the students here is from Florida. This was his first experience with an earthquake here in Southern California. Tell me what happened this morning and what you felt.
All I know, it was about 4 o'clock in the morning, and everything started rattling. And all I heard was the roof, like almost as if it was caving in. And I was real afraid. I was real scared. So I just got up under the desk. It was a very frightening experience.
Now, all of you guys live in campus housing, just about a block or 2 from here. Any damage there?
No, not really. It just felt like about 100 elephants running through my bedroom. And then we woke up, checked to see if everybody was all right, then we just tried to get out of there. We were just really afraid.
So everybody was able to get out as far as you can tell?
Yeah, my TV and everything was just thrown across the room, VCR. But I was just lucky I had my life still, because my room was just really shaking.
All our clothes and all that. Everywhere. All the stereos, clothes, TVs, everything is all over, scattered everywhere.
You're not from around here, so this is the first time you've experienced one of these. Did you know what to do?
I remember once someone told me just to get up under the doorway. That's what I did, but then I got afraid, and then I went and hid up under the desk. It was just too much.
Okay, luckily, as far as we can tell, most of the students from this area...
Correct. She was removed with the tailgate of a truck, and brought her down this way to helicopter and landed over here to try and get her over here. And that's when this officer came rolling off here. It was about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour after the actual earthquake. But that happened, much later.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. That was Mark Soudert. He is one of the witnesses, one of the heroes, if you will, someone who helped rescue some of the victims out here. But again, as you can see, tremendous damage here. 14 southbound collapsed.
Temescal Canyon Road because of rock slides there. And, of course, California Highway Patrol and all of the local police agencies are asking that if you could stay off the roads, absolutely do so. You have no real reason to be on them right now. And, of course, a lot of people taking the time off, for, as you and Gene have reiterated, for the holiday. And that is good news. I also want to tell you about some building damage. There is plenty of more building damage. And all this coming in, but right now, just some preliminary things. Building damage in the 9500 block of Reseda, an apartment building, which showed a three-story building there where one apparently has collapsed. We have reports of some possible damage at St. John's Hospital in Santa Monica. We don't know how serious that is, but we know that folks are being called to help evacuate some people out of there. Also, Kaiser Permanente Hospital at Devonshire and the 405, the San Diego Freeway, reports of 3- and 4-story parts of the building collapsing, and they're looking in there as well. Also, building closures is right now that doesn't necessarily...
In the San Gabriel mountain range, we're still going by the theory that, that basically we have the San Fernando Valley being squished, as it were, between those 2 mountain ranges. We just got one briefing from a seismologist who's going up into a helicopter to kind of survey the area, as we have been from Newscopter 7. But now we're going to go to Dr. Kate Hutton from Caltech and get the latest from her as well.
At 4:31 this morning, we're still calling it preliminary magnitude 6.6. We have a preliminary assessment of what happened here. This is a cross-section of the area showing the San Fernando Valley and the San Gabriel Mountains and the Santa Monica Mountains and some of the major faults. This is the fault where the 71 earthquake happened, and this is what we call the Santa Monica thrust system underneath the San Fernando Valley. And it appears that this, although the main shock occurred very close or on the Santa Monica thrust system, that the fault actually was an offshoot that went up toward the San Gabriel Mountains from beneath Northridge. Okay, so we're calling this a south-dipping thrust fault. In other words, this section slid up compared to this section over here. This is our preliminary assessment of what's going on. Many of the aftershocks are up in this area and even back here in the San Gabriel Mountains.
Are there any larger implications of all this?
Well, at this point, we really can't, we don't have any idea. We can only give out the generic probability that any quake is a foreshock, and that's about 5% or 1 chance in 20. We're not even as good as the Weather Service in making predictions.
When I checked it myself with the flashlight, I went through the building, screamed, tried to listen if anybody there screaming or something, so I didn't hear any noise. And I asked security, says there's no security, and the building was secured, and it's only office building. It's
totally empty is what we heard. Thank God. Thank God.
It's probably because of the time of day that it happened. So, Eric, in answer to your question, the people that are here waiting, they're waiting so long just because they can't handle all of the people that have come in a timely manner.
All right, Michelle,
excuse me just 1 second. Yeah, what is that, sir?
Wouldn't believe what I've seen since 5 a.m. coming here. I mean, I thought I was hurt bad, and just one after another, it's just worse and worse. When daylight came, it got even worse, and people realized that they better get medical attention. And I mean, I've been here.
We want to go to Gary Kauf now. He's going to bring us the latest on one of the very, very terrible freeway disasters in Los Angeles in the aftermath of the quake. It is the interchange of the 14 and 5. Gary, do you hear us?
Gary? Okay, I guess obviously we're having a little bit of some problems here.
You can see, though, just what a mess it is.
One CHP officer, one LAPD police officer, a motorcycle officer, was apparently killed. That is his body there with the yellow tarp over it. Apparently, he was driving very early in the morning. There were no lights on as a result of the power outages, and we believe that he basically just drove right off the edge of the freeway.
You get a good overview with some of these pictures now that you're seeing. This is an interchange of two southbound sections of freeway, the Antelope Valley.
As a matter of fact, if you look at this, this is the picture from Cal State Northridge where there is radiation inside this building. So that is concerned. They're concerned about a radiation leak, and the building itself has been evacuated. Let's go back live to KNBC TV.
Here at Channel 4 Newsroom.
This is a building at Cal State Northridge. As you can see, the fire is on the upper floor of the buildings at Cal State Northridge. We haven't seen any fire units on the ground around the building, but maybe as we pan back, but so far we haven't seen any. There are a number of fires throughout the... Okay, now I understand that we do have Lieutenant John Duncan on the phone of the LAPD. Lieutenant?
Good morning.
Good morning. Can you tell us anything about this fire at Cal State Northridge?
No, I can't. I don't have any specific information on that at the present time. I know that there's a number of fires that the fire department are trying to deal with. But I haven't received an update on that one myself.
Can you give us an idea?